Hello, my friend. Welcome into practice today. Today's practice, we will have a fluid and messy flow. You can do this in the morning, which I am doing with the beautiful sun behind me, or any other time of day. With this messiness quality, I want to invite you to invite a softening of the rigidity inside of you, the rigidity that we tend to hold and grip so hard onto, trying to have the answers, trying to have it all planned out, trying to have it all figured out, and just allow that softness to kind of take over. As you can close your eyes most of the practice, just listen to my voice, and let yourself be guided by your own urges, your own cravings, and your own body. Make this practice work for you. With that being said, we're going to get started today in a wide-legged child's pose at the back of our mats. So you can draw your knees a little bit wider, your big toes are touching, then we'll slide our fingers towards the top edge of our mats, letting our hearts melt down. And right off the bat, we might feel some tension in the hips, some tension in the back. And with each exhale, we soften into that. We meet ourselves exactly how our body is feeling today, in this moment in time. Take a deep breath in, just marinating in everything that is. And then we'll slowly begin to come up. Let your hips drop down. Open your heart, roll your shoulders back. Find this weird variation of a cobra, seeing if we can keep our ankles down and grounded. Exhale, come back into your child's pose. Look forward. And again, inhale, gently round the spine as you melt your hips down. Press through all 10 finger pads. Open your heart. Feel this opening in your hips. And exhale, come down. This time, come forward. Maybe your toes stay connected as you draw them towards the crown of your head. And then exhale, release into a wide cobra. Your legs are nice and spread. And then tuck your toes. We float our knees, float your hips up and back. Come into your first downward facing dog, pedaling out your feet. I'm going to take this off. Just observing where it might feel a little more sticky. And just working through it, breathing into those areas, moving fluidly and organically through whatever feels tight. And then we'll shift our weight forward, come into a high plank. Melt your hips down, open your heart into a hanging cobra. Your toes stay tucked. And then exhale, bend your knees, down dog. And again, inhale, roll forward, high plank. Melt your hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find these fluid motions. Once more. And then come forward, come into a high plank. Inhale, press away from the ground. And then exhale, let your knees drop down into all fours position. Root down through your palms, move around the 4 points of your palms and your knees, creating these organic hip circles. So this practice might be a little more intuitive than we're used to. So just listen to your body. Where does it want to go? Making big or smaller circles. Reverse the direction if you made circles in one way. And then we'll come towards center. Root down through your right palm. Reach your left fingers forward. And then reach your right toes back. Inhale. Exhale, bend into your knee. Tap your left toes, your right toes behind you. And then reach forward. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach. Starting with cleaner movements before we get messy. Tap. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tap. Maybe grab a hold of the back of your foot and begin to kick your foot in towards your palm. Inhale, lift your heart as you kick up. And then exhale, maintain that engaging of your core. Release, land your left palm down. Tuck your left toes. We reach our right leg up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your right elbow. See if you can draw it more towards your shoulder. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards opposite elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your knee in, land your foot between your palms. Take a breath in. Exhale, find a long pyramid pose, straightening out your leg. Inhale, bend into your knee. Open your heart as you roll your shoulders back. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend into your knee, preparing to fly. We kick off of our left toes, hovering into a flying warrior. Palms connect at your heart. Energize through your thigh and your chest. Inhale, bend into both knees. Guide your left knee in towards your heart. Find a one-legged mountain. Trust your own balance. Flex your left toes. Exhale, wrap your left ankle over your right knee. Sink low into a standing figure four. Sinking our way into our heels. Inhale, lift up. Stay as you are. Slide your left toes down so they land to the right side of your right foot. Inhale, reach your arms long. Then reach your left fingers forward, your right fingers back, open into a cross twist. We'll slowly shift our way into our left foot. Guide your right knee in towards your heart. And then externally rotate your hip, stepping back into a warrior two. Left fingers forward, right fingers back. Sink nice and low. Softening your shoulders, going deep inside these hips. Flip your left palm, rise up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, find a skandasana, bending into your right leg. Palms connect, or you can reach them back. Inhale, slide your weight into your left foot, reverse warrior. Exhale, skandasana, find your variation. Listen carefully, look towards your left toes. We glide our weight forward. Draw your right fingers forward, left fingers back, open twist. So your shoulders are stacked over your hips, right shoulder in front of left. Stay here, maybe tilt back. Left palm comes to your right thigh, right fingers up and over. And breathe, root down through your feet. Exhale, release your right palm down. Left fingers reach up towards the sky. Easy twist. Stay here, glide onto the sword edge of your right foot. Come into a side plank. Maybe hover your left toes off of your right. And then maybe find a tree variation, planting your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Challenge your balance, gaze up towards your left fingers. And then gently land your left palm down. Hug your left knee in towards your chest and land your knee to the center of your mat. We kick our right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, draw your right knee behind your left, finding this crossedness of our legs. Crawl your palms back. We're going to take a seat at the back of our mat, finding a cross-legged cow face pose. Palms connect, reach your arms up. Exhale, right elbow hooks onto our left knee, left fingers behind us. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow hooks onto left knee, right fingers behind us, counter twist. Take a breath in. And then keep looking back towards your right side. We're gonna pivot to face the back of our mat in a malasana, heels and toes out. Palms connect, elbows pressing our knees to lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, come into a wide-legged malasana fold. Inhale, malasana, come back down, sinking your hips. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into your downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right knee towards opposite elbow. Maybe kick your leg through, finding a fallen star. Inhale, lift your left fingers high. Your hips follow your palm. And then exhale, land your hips down, facing the corner, the right corner of your mat. Left palm comes behind your left hip. Fallen star in the opposite direction. So our left palm is planted, right fingers go up and over. And then exhale, come down. Guide your right foot to face the top of your mat. Reach your arms long. Exhale, roll down, all the way onto your back. Palms by your side. Plant your feet, lift up into a bridge pose, and come down. Lift up into a bridge, rooted feet. Exhale, release. Draw your palms a little bit closer towards your shoulders so you're up on your forearms. Then we shift our weight forward. Find a reverse tabletop. Exhale, reverse tabletop. And then we'll crawl our fingers forward, coming into a kneeling position at the top of our mats. Palms connect at our hearts. Inhale. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Look up with them. Exhale, palms plant. Find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, bend through your knees generously. Press through your feet. Reach your fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Palms connect. Exhale, draw them in towards heart center. And after all that messy, all over the place movement, settle down into this simplicity right here with your palms connected, maybe your eyes closed, maybe your feet rooted. And breathe. Check in. How do you want to carry on with this practice? Inhale, reach your arms long towards the sky. Exhale, melt your heart down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into a plank pose. With control, melt your hips, open your heart. Exhale, bend your knees, down dog. And again, inhale, come forward. Hips melt, heart opens, roll your shoulders back. Down dog. Last time, roll forward, melt your hips, open. Exhale, down dog. Shift forward into your high plank. Drop down onto your knees. This time, kick your left leg back, right fingers forward. Inhale, bend into your left knee, tap your toes behind you with your right fingers. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, tap. Exhale, straight line of energy from the right fingers to the left toes. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach. Inhale, last time, tap. Maybe grab a hold of your foot and begin to kick. Kick. Look up. And exhale without slingshotting your foot. Gently release. We land our right palm down. Tuck your right toes. Lift your left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee towards your opposite elbow. Inhale, lift your left foot high. Exhale, draw your knee in. Look between your palms, lightly land your foot. Take a breath in as you roll your shoulders back. Maybe come up onto the fingertips. Exhale, long pyramid pose, going deep inside this left hamstring. Inhale, bend, open your heart. Exhale, long pyramid pose. Inhale, bend. Find some buoyancy in your back toes. We shift our weight forward. Find your flying warrior. Keeping your right hip next to your left as if they're sisters. Palms connect at your heart. Flex your right toes. Energize. With control, light bend in the left knee as we guide our right knee in towards our heart. Flex your right toes. Solidify. And then wrap your right ankle over your left. Knees sink down into your standing figure four. Feel this opening in the right hip, and the strength in your left thigh. Inhale, guide your way up. Let your right foot slide down to the left side of your left foot. Inhale. Reach your arms long. And then draw your right fingers forward, your left fingers back. With control, begin to lightly bend into both knees. We root down our right foot. Draw your left knee in towards your heart. And then open your hip. Step back into your warrior two, maybe readjusting slightly with our front heel aligned with our back arch. Warrior two. Sink a little bit lower. Flip your front palm, rise up and back. Reverse warrior. Breathe into this right side. And then exhale, Skandasana. Palms at your heart or reaching back. Listening carefully, look towards your right toes. We glide our weight forward, drawing our left fingers forward, right fingers back. Find your open twist. Reaching your right fingers back, left fingers long forward. Root down through your feet. Maybe begin to tilt back. Right palm comes to your left thigh. Left fingers up and over. Inhale. Exhale, tilt forward. Land your left palm down. Right fingers reach up towards the sky. Maybe begin to roll onto the sword edge of your foot. Find your side plank with the right leg hovering. Maybe plant your foot to the inside of your thigh and look up. Tree variation of side plank. Lift your hips a little bit higher. And then with control, land your right palm down. Your knee stays forward as you land it down. Reach your left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, draw your left knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, reach your leg back. Exhale, knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, kick your leg back. Exhale, draw your left knee to the back of your right thigh. We crawl our weight back, finding our cow face pose. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Nice and long spine. Exhale, left elbow hooks onto your right knee. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right elbow hooks, twist towards the other side. Take a breath in. Exhale, keep twisting towards the left. Heels and toes out, facing the back of your mat, Malasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, hinging at our hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into your downward facing dog. Left toes rise up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift long. Exhale towards right, stay here or kick your leg under your armpit, finding your fallen star. Right fingers reach up towards the sky, float your hips. And then exhale, melt your hips down. We take a seat facing the left corner of our mat. Right palm comes behind our right hips. We sweep our left fingers up and over, fallen star. Other side. Exhale, come down. Plant your feet down, about hips distance apart, palms behind your hips. We float our hips up and listen carefully. We're gonna slide our hips back, hovering into this L sit. Inhale, come forward, hovering tabletop. Exhale, glide your weight back. This takes lots of upper body strength, so be patient with yourself. Last time, lift. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift, crawl your palms forward. We come into a Malasana at the top of our mat, heels and toes out. Take a breath in. Exhale, melt your heart down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back into your plank pose. And then let your hips drop down towards the right side. We'll circle them over towards the left and then come back into a downward facing dog. A mini downward facing dog. Again, drop your hips towards the right. Glide them towards the left and up to downward facing dog. Just like we did in all fours position, make this fluidly move and mold to your body. Let your breath support the movement. Maybe micro bends in the elbows. And next time you come to down dog, shift your weight towards the left side. We glide our hips to the right and then come up. Moving in the opposite direction. Maybe your neck organically moves with the rest of your body. Feel the strength mixed with the fluidity. And then we'll all land in a downward facing dog. Rise up onto your toes. Bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, take a seat down. We stack our right shin over our left. Take a breath in as you lengthen. Preparing for half pigeon, melt your heart down over your thigh. Feeling this opening in the right hip. And breathe. And then we'll slowly come up. Kick your right leg forward. Grab a hold of the edge of your foot with your left palm. Kick. Reach your right fingers back. Or maybe begin to reach them forward, crossing your arms, right fingers to the inside of your foot. Take a breath in. And then exhale. We plant our right foot down. Crawl your weight forward. Kick your left leg back. Palms support your balance. And then land your left toes down. We heel toe our right foot to the outside of our mats, finding a lizard pose. You can ground through your back knee, but slide your knee so it's a little more towards the edge of your the left side of your mat. Finding a wide-legged lizard's pose. Take a breath in. And then exhale, palms crawl back, find a half split for a moment. Draw your shin closer towards the top of your mat, sit back. We cross our legs the opposite way, this time left leg over right. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, melt your heart down. Noticing how this side feels in comparison to the other. Slowly rise up. Right palm grabs the edge of your left foot. Kick your left leg back. Maybe your left fingers come behind you to lengthen through your spine. Once the spine is lengthened, then cross your left arm over your right, grabbing a hold of the inside of your foot, and push your foot as you pull with your palms. And then with control, land your foot down. We crawl our weight forward, kicking your right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, land your right toes back. Left palm comes to the inside of your foot. Heel toe your foot to the edge of your mat. Lizard pose for a breath. Land your right knee. Slide your right knee so it's closer towards the right side of your mat. Wide-legged lizard. Hold here for a moment, going deep inside the inner thighs, the groin. And then exhale, crawl your palms back, flex your left toes towards the sky. And then come forward, slide your right shin inward. Come into a regular crisscross applesauce. You can have your palms on your knees or draw them in towards heart center. Just as we did in our standing pose. Come back to the simplicity of just sitting here. Soften your breath, let things slow down. After these sensations in our body, moving from head to toe, just be here. It's ironic how messiness can feel stressful, but so can stillness. can feel like we have to keep moving, like we have to jump ahead of this stillness. So we were on one side of the spectrum. As we moved around our mats, I invite you to just rest here on this side of the spectrum. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Feel your palms pressing against one another and that warmth, that security. And again, deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Together we finish off with the final and juicy breath to seal everything together. Inhale through the belly, all the way up to the crown of the head. Hold. Take another sip of air in. And let it go. Thank you guys for playing with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed that quick and fun little practice. Let me know how it went, and I wish you a lovely rest of day or evening. Lots of love. Namaste.